All right, listen up. I'm talking to you, the one sitting there at the poker table, staring at what's left of your stack, or maybe just a single chip where a mountain used to be. You just took a hit, a big one. Chips gone, confidence shaken, maybe even your pride's a little bruised. I see that look in your eyes, the one that says, "What the hell am I doing here? I'm not good enough for this." I've been there. Every player has. But here's the thing, you're not done, not even close. As long as you've got one chip in front of you, you've got a shot. And I'm here to drill this into your head so you never forget it. One chip, one champion. That's your lifeline, your comeback, your ticket to proving you belong. Let's get real for a second. Losing sucks. It's like someone reached across the table, ripped a piece of you away, and smirked while they did it. You're new to poker, so maybe right now, you're thinking this game's too big for you, that the pros and the sharks are just waiting to eat you alive. But hold on, take a breath, seriously, do it. Feel that air fill your chest? That's you, still here, still fighting. That one chip sitting there? It's not a scraps, it's a seed, and seeds grow. Champions don't start with full stacks. They start with moments like this, where they decide to dig in instead of walk away. Let me tell you a story about a guy named Jack Straus. This is a classic, but it's gold for a reason. Back in 1982, Jack's playing the World Series of Poker main event. He's a legend, but even legends hit rock bottom. He goes all in, loses, and thinks he's out. Stands up, ready to slink off into the Vegas night. But then, as he's grabbing his stuff, he moves a napkin on the table and finds one $500 chip hiding underneath. One chip. Most people would have shrugged, cashed it in, called it a night. Not Jack. He sits back down, looks at that chip and says, "I'm still in this." He plays it, wins a small pot, then another. Step by step, hand by hand, he builds it back. By the end of that tournament, Jack Straus isn't just back. He's the champion, holding the bracelet, $520,000 richer. They call it a chip in a chair now. One chip, one champion. That's the kind of story you're stepping into right now. You might be sitting there thinking, yeah, but that's Jack Straus. I'm just me. I don't have his skills, his experience. And sure, you're new. You're still learning the ropes, how to read a bet, when to fold, when to push. But poker isn't just about what you know today. It's about what you're willing to learn from this moment. That loss you just took, it's not a defeat, it's a teacher. Maybe you chased a hand you shouldn't have. Maybe you missed that guy's twitch when he bluffed. Whatever it was, you've got that knowledge now, tucked away, ready to use. That's worth more than the chips you lost because it's going to save you and win you stacks down the road. Let's paint another picture. A few years back, I watched a kid, total newbie, sit down at a $1, $2 cash game. He's got $200 fresh from his paycheck, all excited. First hour, he's a mess. Betting too big, calling too much, splashing around like he's in a kiddie pool. Boom, $180 gone. He's down to $20, one little stack of chips, sweating bullets. I can see it in his face. He's one bad hand away from bolting. But something clicks. He remembers hearing somewhere, one chip, one champion. So he slows down, takes a sip of his drink, steadies himself. He waits, folds a few hands, watches the table. Then he gets pocket tens, pushes that $20 in, gets called, doubles up. Next hand, he catches a flush, doubles again. 3 hours later, he's sitting on $700, grinning like he just won the lottery. One chip turned into a comeback because he didn't let the loss define him. That's you right now. You've got that same shot. See, poker's a marathon, not a sprint. You don't lose because you drop chips. You lose when you stop believing you can win them back. Look at the greats. Doyle Brunson, old school legend, went broke more times than he could count. Dozens of times, flat out busted, nothing left. But he kept coming back. Why? Because he knew the game wasn't over until he said it was. Phil Ivey, one of the sharpest minds in poker, lost millions in single sessions. Millions! But he'd sit down the next day, cool as ice, and grind it back. Daniel Negreanu, the guy's lost pots that'd make your head spin, but he's still smiling, still playing, still winning titles. They all had their one chip moments, and they all turned them into championships. Right now, your brain's probably buzzing with noise. What if I'd folded that hand? What if I'd bet less? What if I'm just not cut out for this? Let it go. Shake it off. That's the past. It's dust. What matters is this moment, this breath, this chip. You're not here to replay what went wrong. You're here to write what's next. And what's next is you taking control. That one chip is your reset button. It's a chance to start fresh, play smarter, trust yourself. You don't need a miracle. You need one good decision, then another. That's how stacks get built, how confidence grows, how champions rise. Why'd you start playing poker in the first place? Think about that for a second. Was it the rush of a big pot? The thrill of outsmarting someone? The dream of walking away a winner? That fire's still in you. That loss didn't snuff it out. It stoked it. You're hungrier now, sharper, more awake. And that's power at the table. The guy who took your chips, he's not untouchable. He's got habits. Maybe he bets too quick when he's weak, or his hands shake when he's got the nuts. Watch him. Wait for it. That one chip's all you need to find his flaw and turn the tide. Here's another one for you. My buddy, first time in a casino, buys in for $100. He's nervous, fumbling his chips, doesn't even know how to stack them right. 20 minutes in, he's down to $5. One chip. He's gutted, ready to call it a night, maybe never come back. But he sticks it out just to see. Next hand, pocket aces. He shoves that $5 in, heart pounding, doubles up. Then he catches a straight, doubles again. By midnight, he's got $350 and a story he still tells every chance he gets. One chip turned despair into triumph because he didn't quit. You've got that same chance staring you in the face right now. So here's the deal. Straighten up. Whether you're slouched in your chair or pacing the room, take another deep breath. Feel that strength coming back? That's you, waking up. Look at that chip. It's not a leftover. It's your weapon, your spark, your proof you're still in this. The next hand's coming. Maybe you fold and wait for your spot. Maybe you catch a monster and shove. Whatever it is, you're not done. You're building something, chip by chip, decision by decision. You're not a loser at this table. You're a fighter with a story to tell. Say it with me, in your head or out loud if you've got the guts. One chip, one champion. That's not just a catchy line. It's your truth. The table's still alive, the cards are still flipping, and you've got everything it takes to turn this night around. That loss? It's just the first chapter. The comeback's what they'll remember. Let's make it happen. Right here, right now. You're not out. You're on your way up. One chip, one champion. That's you.